So I had someone contact me about a year ago, somebody interested in rebuilding a TR3550 that was in their Fox body. They used to race it back in the day. His house got flooded in a hurricane and this thing was underwater. And I had told him, you know, there's a good chance that is not even worth rebuilding. It's probably rusted out at this point. Depends how long it was sitting. Didn't know the details. Nothing ever came of it. And about a week ago, somebody hit me up saying they need a rebuild for 3550. He shows up. Turns out it's the same guy, same transmission, and he had taken it apart. So I got it here in a box. I'm gonna go through it, bring you guys along with me, see what we got, see if I was right or wrong, see if it can be rebuilt, and see if there's any damage. Let's get into it. I think it's safe to say that the hurricane has beat this thing to death. Usually it's the driver that beats these things to death. Massive, heavy pitting on all these gears, even the counter shaft. If it was just surface rust, no problem. I could clean it up. Like some of it is, but there's some teeth here that are just like not even close. You know, I can't honor a warranty on this. There is no way I can say that this is good to go, that it'll clean up. There's no way. I mean, if it was just a slider, no problem. We can fix this. We can change out the slider, but they don't make gears for these anymore. As far as I'm concerned, I got to go double check. But for the longest time, there haven't been any gears for the 3550s, the TKOs. So I got to go see on that. I believe AMP Distributing commented on one of my videos saying that they're making gears for them. So let me go check that and I'll see if I got anything. But other than the pitting, these gears should be floating on this shaft, and they are seized, locked on here. Who knows if this will even come apart. I bet the main shaft, the surface on the main shaft is wiped out as well. This thing's as good as trash. I hate to say it. I'd love to save it. I'd love to rebuild it and get something going, but this is worthless. This is not good for the customer, and this is not even good for business. So complete waste of time here, but you know, you never know until you know what you're looking at and you take it apart. Right now, 100% sure of what we have, and we don't got anything right now. Maybe a case, maybe a tail housing, top cover. That'll probably clean up fine. That's all aluminum. As far as this, all the hard parts, I mean, it's garbage. But with every transmission that I take apart or, you know, go through, I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna send it to the owner. Maybe he wants to stop by, take a look at everything, and I can explain to him that this is all no good. I don't expect everybody to understand this. If you don't do this kind of work, I mean, some of you may think that this is common sense. Some of you don't even know what you're looking at. But there's a certain point when things can be saved and when they can't be saved. And this is way past the point of being saved. Now, I do want to clear something up. For those of you that don't seem to understand the difference between surface rust and like gone completely rusted through, I see so many listings on Facebook Marketplace. I know a lot of junk on Facebook Marketplace, but when somebody tells you, oh, it's just got surface rust and there's like this massive pitting going on, that is not surface rust, man. That is way past surface rust. The rust has eaten into the metal and the material is gone. So you literally have holes and pits and an uneven surface in the metal now. And that is no good. So just a little clear in the air there if you don't understand the difference between surface rust and rust that's eaten through. But if we were to just look past the rust and actually look at the engagement teeth on these gears, they look like brand new almost. Very good condition on those engagement teeth. It's a shame. I'm sure this was in great condition before it got rusted out. And even the finish on this input shaft, this was definitely, you know, in good condition. It's a shame. So that's that. I was hoping to make a nice rebuild video, but I need to cover this one more time. And I'll probably keep covering this for those of you that are new, because I still get questions about rebuilding my transmission. So if you own a 96 to 2010 Mustang GT, T45, TR3650, TKO 500, 600, those are aftermarket versions of this transmission, and you have broken gears, I cannot rebuild it. It is what it is. There's rumors that new gears are going to be coming available soon, but it's been like that for a long time and nothing has changed. So there's a good chance that there's not going to be any gears available at the time that I rebuild your transmission. The only way to know if you have good gears is to bring it to me and I will tear it down and inspect it, whether you ran the transmission or not. Now, in some cases, there are a lot of rebuild kits out there. Some come with more things than others. Some rebuild kits, we might not use some of the parts in it. Some rebuild kits don't come with the parts that we need. I will have to buy additional parts like slider gears or keys and springs. It just depends on the transmission. So like I said before, the best thing if you're looking for a rebuild is to bring it to me so I can look at everything like I did in this video. I didn't really go into that detailed in this video because there was no need to take that transmission down any further, because you guys saw that thing. It's as good as junk. If you own one of those transmissions and we're in a situation where you need a gear, only thing we can do is go buy another core, and hopefully it has a good gear, or buy a used gear set online somewhere that somebody's selling, and we can put something together for you. Here's the thing, if you guys were to bring me something in this similar condition and you're trying to rebuild it and save a couple $100 versus buying like a TKX5 Speed, for example, not only are we taking a huge risk with these gears because it's the only ones we got and they're in bad shape to begin with, and there's probably a good chance that it's not going to last a long time, if even further than the end of your driveway. So at the end of the day, I want the best option available for you, but the only way to start is to bring me your transmission, tear it down, look into it, weigh the options. You know, how much is it going to cost to fix this one versus buying a new one, and go from there. It's not great for business. You know, I'd love to rebuild it, but if it's junk and you got to spend, you know, some extra money on a new transmission that's warranted, brand new parts, I think that's the best bet. I'm going to tell it to you straight. I mean, there's no way I can warrant something like that. I cannot warrant junk. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. Although there's a lot of people out there that'll just slap that stuff together just to make a couple bucks. That's not me. I also get this question, you know, my second gear, my third gear is grinding, how much to fix it? Well, there's more to it than that. And at the same time, it's also in your best interest to put some better parts in it, or at least put a rebuild kit in it that it's a part. Because if we just replace the one synchro and send it down the road, you're probably going to be calling me in a few months or a year saying my third gear, my fourth gear synchro is going out as well. All the other synchros have the same mileage on it. Second gear went out first because that's probably the hardest hitting gear, or third, depends on how you drive it. But the point I'm trying to make is they all have the same mileage on it. So if you pay me to tear down the transmission just to replace one synchro, send it back to you, you drive it for a while, then you start complaining about third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear synchros, then you're gonna have to pay me to go through the transmission again. On top of that, you're gonna have to pull it out again. And if you can't do that, you're gonna have to pay someone else to pull it out again. So it's in your best interest to handle everything at once. Again, everyone's trying to save a buck. You know, I only wanna put 50 bucks for the synchro instead of spending 400 bucks on a rebuild kit, but it's gonna come back and bite you in the end. So it's best to handle all the problems while it's open and only pay for one labor charge versus 2 or 3. I'll leave the link to that video below just to give you a little better understanding of what's going on when your gear is grinding. But that's enough junk talk for today. See you guys on the next one.